Hey guys, hope you are well. I thought I'd do this little video to give you guys a bit of a tour of my place and the studio that I've been working out of, because a lot of people have been asking kind of how I'm doing what I'm doing, and so I thought I'd give you a bit of a behind the scenes tour. Anyway, this is where it all happens. In the shed here is not only my studio but my gym as well. So here we go, into the shed. We got all my kids' toys and stuff and my training equipment over here, and this is where it all happens. So you can see this isn't some sort of crash hot studio. This here is a studio that I put together. I've got curtains hanging from the ceiling of the shed. I've got my arm wrestling table. I do my training on there on a Monday night and the guys that come around, and I've just put some shelving up, some steel shelving, and hang some memorabilia up there, some trophies, some t-shirts and all that sort of stuff from my experiences. And it's really quite basic stuff. In terms of what I'm using, okay, I've got myself a condenser microphone here, a Focusrite, I don't even know, I forgot all the terminology. This is how bad I am at audio engineering. But I've got a couple of these condenser mics so that if I have a guest in, like I did with Ron Barth when he was out in Australia, we can actually interview him. And then I use, I think it's called Reaper. Reaper is the audio engineering software that I use to record everything. And yeah, so it's very interestingly, like, it's an incredibly basic setup. One thing that was very interesting was that I started out this whole journey of creating a show and creating content, all filming using my phone. So the camera that I'm using right now, I think it's a Sony something 500. It was the cheapest camera I could find that had a decent sized lens on it. For me, the lens was the thing that was going to make it clear, kind of like right now how I look clear and there's this slight blur in the background. That was an effect that I was really after. But that is kind of where things started and where things are going from in terms of the actual setup. So the pound for pound arm wrestling show, obviously we have John over in the US. A lot of people have said, how on earth did you guys do that? How do you get John looking so good? Well, John went and bought himself a DSLR camera. I'm not sure which one he got, but he's got himself a fancy camera. And what we do is we both independently record the video of ourselves, and we have a conversation over the phone, and using my condenser and all that sort of stuff and the software I've got on my computer, Reaper, I record that phone conversation. Then I jump on my editing program. I do all my editing on my mobile phone. I don't even jump on a computer. All my editing is done on a mobile phone using the Power Director app. And I just literally sit in bed, put it all together, download all the clips of the supporting footage and that sort of stuff, and make it happen. So it's all incredibly basic, but you can see the end product is what matters most, and it looks and feels like I'm in the studio when I get in here and I'm a little closer. About there, well, about there, no one knows that I'm in my shed. But anyway, obviously things will change as the brand grows and as the show gets better. Hopefully it'll all end up being in a studio. Maybe even someday John and I will end up being in person in the same studio when we're filming these things. But it's a lot of fun doing what I'm doing, and I really do enjoy it. And one thing that I wanted to talk about, now I'm not trying to get all kind of philosophical and all that sort of stuff, but guys, if there's anything out there that you are pursuing and chasing, whatever you do, don't let the need for perfection get in the way of actually starting, because this is a good example of how starting with my mobile phone, starting with just dodgy little setups, has ended up being a product that looks pretty good, and it gives you the opportunity to learn through the process of actually just executing and actually putting content out there. So guys, as always, thank you so much for all the support, for everything that the Pound for Pound brand is doing. It really does mean the world to me. I don't lie for a moment when I say that. I can't wait to bring you the next chapter, Arm Fights Unleashed, which is the super match series. I'm going to be in the US again before the end of the year, and I'm going to be all over the place. Going to be doing cards, and we're going to have some really good opportunities for arm wrestlers to be showcased. And I'm working with, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, working with the Pullerville crew. Going to bring you some amazing content. Alright, anyway guys, hope you're well, and I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes tour of the Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling studio. See you guys.